So Transparency International has been observing elections for more than 20 years, specifically on the issue of misuse of public property. And this elections, during the election period, there's an intensification of the possibility of public property being misused, and this has generally been the trend that has been seen. Now, during a particular election, when an election is declared, the Election Commission puts out a gazette which lists quite a comprehensive list of directions of how public property can be misused. So generally public property is for the benefit of the public, for the general public, and it cannot be used for personal gains, personal enrichment, or for political purposes in this case. So when you look at public property, you have movable, immovable property, and you also have public finance. So it could be the starting of new projects. It could be using of public vehicles. It could be using of public buildings for the purpose of political campaigning. So in such a situation, that affects the quality of a free and fair election because it gives an undue advantage to certain candidates while others do not have this advantage. Hence, the equal playing field, there is no longer an equal playing field. Hence, us being informed of whose manifesto, who to vote for, is also affected, therefore. So, in such a situation, specifically when we look at the scope of misuse of public property, you will see a lot of directions being given to officials, state officials. Now, this is because the public property is entrusted upon state officials to protect the use of that property on behalf of the public. So in this case, hence you'll see a lot of the directions towards state officials and how they should act accordingly. Now the Election Commission becomes a watchdog once the election is declared as per the Constitution. And if you go to the bottom of that gazette, it would also clearly state that the Election Commission does have the power to take action, as well as if those actions are not followed, criminal penalties will be enforced in such a situation. That being said, one has to also understand that there is a moral obligation placed on all citizens of the country, because this is our resources that if it's misused, that we will not, the most vulnerable sections in our society or the most in need will not have these resources, and we won't have these resources, and this will affect us as specifically as well as the future generations to come. So true, there is a legal mechanism that can be imposed, but there also exists a moral obligation for us to actually take part and to ensure and safeguard these resources. Hence, therefore, to increase the efficiency of this as well, Transparency International, through their website Misuse.lk, has enabled citizen engagement, because this is our resources as well, and where you see a situation where public property is being misused, now this can also be human resources, is being misused, in such a situation you can utilize this tool and you can report such a case. By doing that, you're looking after your fellow citizen, you're looking after the future generation that is to come. Further, I would also like to state that we would also appreciate the fact that the police has also established a hotline where you could raise complaints as well. So we would like to thank the efforts as well. But unfortunately, I must state, currently we have around 70 cases that have already come in, and this number will continue to climb. But still, it is our duty as citizens as well to report on these matters and to ensure that these resources are protected exclusively for the use of public and not for personal gain in any ways. But it's just that in the intensity during an election time, it increases, and TISL will take all efforts necessary to raise this up to the Election Commission to take preventive actions, and also, if necessary, to take, we are ready, we are willing and able to also take cases up to court if that is the case as well.